Hello, my name's Chris and I'm from Langley Community Church in Salford, and we've reached Jeremiah chapter 14 in our Old Testament readings. And we've reached this stage where the people have not turned back to God, and so God has basically said to Jeremiah, stop praying for them, just weep for them. And to be honest, Jeremiah's good at weeping, so that's not a difficult thing for Jeremiah to do, but Jeremiah ignores God. And he doesn't stop praying for them, and he keeps praying for them, and he reminds God of the covenant that he made with the people and asks God to save them. And God responds by basically saying, not even Moses and Samuel could help the people now. That's how far down the line they've gone. And so Jeremiah kind of laments and he pleads with God for mercy for himself and for the nation, but particularly for himself. And so God responds by saying that Jeremiah, I will deliver you, and if you repent and if you stick with your calling. And Jeremiah's found it really difficult. I don't know for you, but sometimes life is difficult, and it's difficult to follow God in when times are hard. I remember there was a time for me when my life was really difficult, and I was wondering if I could carry on, and I wondered if I'd have to do something else. And I went on a retreat, and I went up the tower in Durham Cathedral, and I had to pay like £3.50 to go up this tower. It's like 320 steps, and I remember thinking that was a lot of money to put yourself through a lot of pain. And I got up to the top of the tower, and I was in, and I looked out these stunning views from the top of the tower. I thought, yeah, maybe it is worth it. And then I saw this little cloud in the distance come over, and this cloud came over, and it was a snow cloud, and just the heavens opened, and everyone who's on top of the tower just legged it down the steps. And I thought, I've paid £3.50 for this, I'm going nowhere. So I just pulled my hat over my face, and I got in a little corner on the tower, and I stuck it out, and the snow was coming down, and you couldn't see to the other side of the tower. It was ridiculous, but I was like, I'm going to make the most of my money. And so within about 10 minutes, the whole storm just blew over, and it was then the sun came out again, and there was this amazing moment when I looked out, and the view was still beautiful, but it was even more amazing than it was before, and the snow had covered the whole of the area, and it just looked incredible, and it felt that noise, that kind of silence almost when the snow has come. And God spoke to me in that moment, and he said, if you'll just hold on, if you'll stick it out, if you'll put your hat over your face and just keep going, then the view when you come through this tough time will be more beautiful than it was before you went through this. And that's the way it is for Jeremiah. If he'll just stick it out, and for us in our lives, if we'll just stick it out, if you'll just keep going in the tough times, then God will be with us. And often we'll find that as we come through it, the view that we see is more beautiful than the one that was before.